Alright. It is the longest day of the year, or it was anyway. It's June 21st, 2011. Sun just went down. Notice how relatively north it sets in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's more down there, right over the ocean. Right, dude? Anyway, happy summer. I'm a dog guy, in case you didn't notice, in case anybody asks. And Vive and I here were just sitting here talking about something that was on my mind about a couple or 3 weeks ago. You guys remember the guy online who had his MacBook stolen, and he had a special program on his computer that automatically took a picture of the thief, and the thief's face was plastered all over the net. It was uploaded to a server. We saw a picture of the guy driving away. We saw him opening it in his apartment. We even saw him taking a nap, right? Check it out. Just another day. Anyway, sorry about the tangent. Anyway, this guy, we saw the picture of the thief. It's actually pretty entertaining. And I think it was a day or two later that I remember seeing the headline in passing. Bay Area, I believe. The cops were able to track the guy down. The owner got his computer back, and the thief was arrested. And it was a happy ending to a story. Everybody lives happily ever after. And I was thinking to myself that day, okay, so now what? That's great. But now, seriously, what happens? We throw the guy in jail, feed him a couple times, throw him back into society, and he's back out there to do it again, right? That's what's going to happen. It's just perpetuate. It's like ants or roaches or rats. It just doesn't. It won't end. It's beyond hope. Can't stop that kind of stuff. And I couldn't help but thinking to myself, if this guy, this thief, if he was a dog, we'd put him down. We'd euthanize him. End of story. No questions asked. We'd put him to sleep. It'd be the responsible thing to do. It'd be the correct thing to do, right? I was just thinking to myself, what's with the double standard, you know? When it comes to euthanizing our animals, we're so quick to regard the process as a sort of a fluffy, positive one. You know, we're putting them to sleep. We're taking the pain away. We're putting them out of their misery. It's the right thing to do. It's the loving thing to do. There's nothing more loving thing you could do for your animal. It's the most selfless thing we can do. Listen, I know it's emotional. You just got to put it aside and you got to do the correct thing. You got to do what's best for the creature. And to a certain extent, the best thing for society. It's what we do with animals when they're sick, when they're in pain, when they're violent, when there's too many of them. We put them down. And I was just asking myself, why do we have such a drastically different logic when it comes to euthanizing our dogs? Why is our logic so different with our dogs than it is with everybody else? Because if I was going to use the logic that we use with animals and euthanization, the idea of putting a creature down, it's not that big of a deal, is it? It's the most loving thing we can do. It's the most caring thing we do. It's the most selfless, responsible thing we could do for our animals. Breaking into an apartment and stealing somebody's computer is child's play compared to the stuff that's going on right now, you know? I mean, my baby sister just had her apartment broken into. Now she can't sleep because of scum. And you saw the pictures. I know I did. Objectively, I know it sounds harsh. This guy stole the computer. Complete waste of sperm and eggs. Waste of space. Waste of time and energy, not even worth talking about, which is exactly what I'm ironically doing right now, but I'll take responsibility for that. It's just we don't have room for that, you know? It's like we don't have room for roaches and ants and rats. It's not going away. We don't have room for violent dogs. They're going to go around harming people. It's irresponsible to keep a creature alive and suffering. Euthanization, it's common. It's happening millions of times a day. No problem with a dog. Why is it such a big deal with people? Right, dude? Right? I don't really have a point, but I guess we'll stop with a happy summer. And we as a society, whether we're walking on 2 legs or 4, we should always remember to strive to be more loving, more caring, more selfless, more responsible for ourselves and everybody around us. It's the right thing to do.